Welcome back, everyone. Let's figure out how to do the HDI using the old formula, the original formula that Amartya Sen and Mehboob-ul-Haq used. Think of the 4 items you have to use to create a new measure. Let's go through that. You can decide on your own items, but they decided to use GNI, education, and health, because they kind of figured you need some income, otherwise you can't really figure out how you're going to do. If you're poor, it's not going to work. But you do need education and you do need health. So apart from GDP, they're including additional things. This is what they want to do. Now you have to decide how to measure it. For this one, they're using gross national income, GNI, not GDP, because they want to capture how much income you get. For example, if you're a Chinese firm and you are subcontracting building of iPhones in China, the entire iPhone is part of the China GDP. But the profit doesn't go to people in China, it doesn't go to the workers. It comes back to the owners of the company in the United States. So national incomes differ from domestic product in terms of how much is the country earning versus how much is the country producing. For education, they decided to look at years of schooling, and for health, they decided to use life expectancy. I got my items, I got my measures. Now the problem is, how do I put all these together? How do I put GNI per capita, education, years of schooling, health, life expectancy all together? I have to normalize it. Now, as it happens, there are more than one way to normalize. HDI used the old formula initially, which is one way to normalize. What you do here is you take the highest value, A. Then you take the highest value, B. So this is your range. The closer you are to A, the better you are, because that's the highest. The closer you are to B, you're not that good, because you're towards the lowest. So what they do is X minus B over A minus B. X is how much you have of GNI, education, health, whatever. B is the lowest. So this is how much better you are than the lowest compared to the whole range. So if you're really good, you will be really higher percent, closer to 1. If you're really bad, you'll be closer to 0. So one thing we have to remember is we can't use numbers if we don't understand what they mean. So that's what you are. So we normalize these 3 measures, and then we have to weight them. Does education matter more than income? Does health matter more than education? Some things in your mind might matter more or less. And the way you adjust for that is you give higher weights for the things you feel matter more, and lower weights for the things you feel matter less. So you decide what you want. In this case, they decided we're not going to go into the politics of this. 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. Which means they took an average of that to decide what your rank was. If you got like highest rank on all of them, you would get 100. If you got lowest rank on all of them, you would get 0. And somewhere between 0 and 100, you would land. That is how the old formula